today, from Salt Lake City, Utah, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Portland Lumberjacks.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Salt Lake City. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. Campbell. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
To throw is Campbell. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 65 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now Campbell to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Looking to throw. Campbell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll run on first down. Hobbs, and he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They run with Crockett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Campbell.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Elks have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
We can't have that.
Looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to. But a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Campbell. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, Campbell. This is Hillman with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. This is Crockett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Looking to throw. Campbell. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
On 2nd down now, Hobbs. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll drop to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And on now is the punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Campbell now to throw on second down. He finds Hillman, and they'll the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To Crockett on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Campbell, off play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Campbell. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really be demoralizing.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Looking to throw. Campbell. Touchdown! That's caught. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Elks are able to widen their advantage.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the drive there took 6 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. To throw is Campbell, throwing on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Campbell.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Campbell. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Campbell looking to throw on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. Campbell. Again, he's got that man Landry. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Elks are able to add on to that lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now for the point after. And it's 21-3. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 5 and up to the 28-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think in this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Campbell. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Here's Campbell on third down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the defense. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Campbell now to throw on second down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a third down. Looking to throw. Campbell. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's the option.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. On second down, Hobbs. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So they bring out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here.
Campbell on 1st and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw is Campbell. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Campbell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Campbell making the catch. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it, because you're running away from people on it.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
Portland's offense now about set to take over.
They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake, get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Hobbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
2nd and 11.
He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
They'll run on 1st down. Wall. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now. Crockett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now the ball comes loose. It's going the other way. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Crockett. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Again on the ground, again Crockett. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, Wall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. In trouble, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off play action. Campbell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. It's harder to move it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Waters. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Second and 3. Steps away. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards the pickup there. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Waters. And he is going to lose yardage here. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Back to throw. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is down to 24. So that one a long 11-play drive. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crockett.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On third down, Crockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Salt Lake City, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Portland, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.